You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County, Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Thursday at 11 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land. It is indeed a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. When I say beautiful, it's going to be beautiful. Right now, it's 53 degrees, going up to a high of 71. That's beautiful. It's February, baby. It's about to be 71 degrees today. We had a beautiful day yesterday. I had a super duper busy weekend. I'm so tired, but all good stuff. But listen, it's a lovely day here in Gwinnett. Today is February the 3rd. February 3rd. We are in February already. I tell you, time waits for no man. I'm just telling you now. Time waits for no one. Hope you had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. I went to a mastermind meeting on Saturday, and it was so funny because I was like, I don't think I'm going to go because I got so much stuff to do. But I had two meetings on Friday. One I actually missed because the mastermind went over. But it was a really good meeting. And, when you go to those type of meetings, it gives you an opportunity to kind of think about self, especially when you meet new people. Like, these are all new people. It was one person there that I had met before. But for the most part, it was all new people that I had never met before. And it was really, really good to just talk to people and get a different perspective on some things. So sometimes you are too close to what you're doing that you can't really see past what you're doing. And even though you think you can, you really don't. And then when you talk to other people about what you're doing, you can get a new perspective sometimes about what you're doing. So that was really cool. I'm glad I did that. And just had a busy weekend. I know you guys watched it. I know I was rooting for Kansas City. 50 years. I was rooting for the underdog. That was a long time. Like, that was I could feel it, the happiness through the TV. And I didn't watch the whole Super Bowl because I was working. Because I got a new venture that I'm launching. I'll tell you more about it probably next week. It's really exciting. I'm super God is funny. God is funny. So when I left the studio on Thursday, Amber is the owner of Paradigm Work Hub, which is a co-working space that the Noise Factory studio is inside of. And she and I was having a conversation about some things. And I've been talking about this idea for years, right? Waiting for somebody else to do it, just waiting, and just been talking about it for years and years and years. And I was telling her, and I'm passionate about it. That's a crazy thing. But I didn't see why I should do it. I didn't see a way to do it. And so she and I were talking. I was like, yeah, because this is what we need to do. And, she was kind of like shaking her head, like, yeah. But when I went home Thursday, I must have went to sleep thinking about it. I don't remember thinking about it when I went to bed, but I must have. And I woke up Friday morning early, probably around 5 o'clock. And I was laying in the bed. And when I tell you God was just pouring the whole plan into my head, and I just laid there real quiet, and I just let him pour, and he just poured it all out just in my head. And I had to text Amber. I think I might have texted her around 6:30, like, listen, this is what I got. And then she texted me back. But he poured it all out of my head, and I've been like on a high ever since that time. And it's the weirdest thing because even the name of the company that I came up with, I was like, yeah, somebody probably got that. And, GoDaddy is like one of my favorite places, like going to the store, because I have about 120 domain names. I think 10 just expired that I'm never going to use. I was like, okay, I'm never going to use it, so let them go. But I went to buy the domain name, and I said, I'm sure somebody got this domain name, and it wasn't taken. And I was like, oh crap, it's not taken. So it's like little things like that. So I'll talk about it more next week, by the time I tighten up everything and get everything set up. But I think it's going to be, I've done a lot of great things, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I think I've done a lot of great things. I'm an inventor and an author, I own TV networks and things like that. I really believe that this is going to be the thing that's going to be my legacy. Outside of my children, my daughter, my grandbaby, and my family, the thing that I'm probably going to be most proud of is probably going to be this thing. I'm an inventor. I invented the first plus-size fashion doll, and I'm extremely, extremely proud of that. Extremely. Because that was literally an idea in my head. Like, it just came to me just like this idea did in my head, and God just put me on the path and just walk me through the process. Like, I had no idea about manufacturing a doll. Like, I had no clue. I wasn't a doll collector. It was just the idea that God gave me, and I took it and ran with it. And you know, it's so funny because I've had plenty of ideas. The Noise Factory is my idea, and I love it. I love talking to you guys every day. I love helping people launch podcasts. But when I tell you that this one right here gives me so much energy to my head hurts, that's the kind of energy I'm getting right now. So I'll share more about what that is later next week. But right now, let's move on to our show. Listen, today is National Carrot Cake Day. Can you please tell me why every holiday, every national day has to do with food? I love carrot cake, but I only love my aunt's carrot cake. Like, I've never found anyone else to make a carrot cake that I like. I have not. Like, I know there are people out there probably make some good carrot cakes I haven't tasted. I don't like raisins in my cake. Like, a lot of people put raisin in their cake. I'm like, ugh. Like, I don't like raisins. So I'm very weird about eating carrot cake from anybody. My aunt died. She is the cake baker in our family. She make the best red velvet cake and the best carrot cakes, in my opinion, in the world. And all my friends love her carrot cake, carrot cakes and her red velvet cakes. And I was supposed to get one. Maybe she'll give me one for my birthday. Not that I need it, Lord. I do not. However, it'd be nice if she could slice me up a piece and put it in a container and send it to me for my birthday. Cause I won't eat anybody else's carrot cake. I'm weird like that. Like, when I find something that I like, I very rarely deviate from that thing. It's ridiculous. I'm just that person. I think most people. My daughter, she tries everything. She'll try everything. I'd be like, all of the things that I've tried. Like, I never used to eat sushi until I tried it with her. Like, I didn't eat calamari till I tried it with her. Then I started to love it. But I'm kind of weird. Like, once I start to like something, and if I taste somebody else's stuff and it doesn't taste good, I won't eat it. I'm weird like that. Like, I've tried red velvet cake. Like, if you go to Barnes & Noble, they have a red velvet cheesecake. I might eat that once a quarter because I know that's about 1,000 calories by itself. That freaking cake is so good. I was like, no, that is really, because I like cheesecake. It's a red velvet cheesecake. And I always get it from Barnes & Noble. It is delicious. I'm telling you, it is delicious. All right, guys, let's move on to our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. Today is Monday, February the 3rd, and we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that's with Aries. Education may be the answer. Things have been moving so quickly that you need to do something physical to release your tension. Do not yield to children or relatives when they don't deserve it. Listen, don't bow down to the ones that don't deserve it, Aries. Just don't do it, because they probably don't deserve it anyway. Taurus, be creative in your pursuits. You will have to face each issue separately and in person. Relationships may be hard to handle. Yeah, be creative in your pursuits and face it head on, whatever it is. Once you do that, you can get rid of it. Gemini, you will have to be careful not to fall into the traps set by jealous colleagues. Don't make any drastic changes or begin new projects today. Make sure that you have covered yourself legally and try not to let your temper get out of hand. Control that temper, Gemini. I understand about that. I got a temper, and I have to work hard to control it, very hard. And they say I get that from my father. Like, my father was an easygoing person when you talk to him, but they say he had a very bad temper. Like, my story on my dad's side is so crazy. I don't even want to tell. I'm going to put it in the book one day because it's a crazy story. And I learned some stuff about it probably last year that sounds fictional. You would not believe. It just sounds crazy. And it's not my grandfather's side of my dad's family. It's all on my grandmother's side. My grandmother was the only child on my dad's side. I don't know what they look like. I would love to see pictures. I keep asking anybody, can I see pictures? I would love to see what they look like. I don't know what they look like. My dad didn't have any pictures of his mom. He had one picture of his dad, and I kind of remember that picture when I was a little girl, but then he moved, and I don't know what happened to the picture. My grandfather was in the military, but I don't know what happened to the thing. Anyway, they tell me I get the temper from my dad, and probably so, because he was quiet like me, but don't piss me off. Cancer, you'll find love and you'll get into tip-top shape at the same time. You're going to find love at the gym, Cancer. Today is not the day to try to corner people by giving them ultimatums. Get out and rub shoulders with people in high positions if possible. Listen, rub shoulders, shake hands, kiss babies, do all this stuff. But don't be a person of integrity, though. Rub shoulders. That's it. That's all you need to rub is shoulders, Cancer. Leo, things aren't as they appear. Opportunities for new friendships are apparent. Sudden changes could result in estrangements. Okay. Things are not, this old saying, all that glitter isn't gold. So be careful, Leo, because things are not as they appear. And opportunities for new friendships are apparent. Virgo, get down to business and do the work yourself. Finish overdue paperwork and catch up on letter writing, reading. This is probably causing upset and confusion on the home front. Listen, get down to business. Do it yourself. Stop waiting for somebody else to do it for you today. Nobody's going to do it for you today, Virgo. Nobody's going to do it for you today, Virgo. You got to do it yourself. I know sometimes we want people to just come in and rescue us and do all the work. Ain't going to happen. Not for you today, Virgo. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. And you're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show.
I've been feeling emotional, thinking about you, babe. What can we focus on? What we should do? Tell me the truth, 'cause I don't wanna see you with somebody else. And I've been feeling lonely in this king-size bed. I'm trying not to worry about the things you say. I ain't got the time, you're always on my mind. Baby, why you playing with my love? I'm trying to be patient with you now. I'll never be sober if you don't pull me closer. Look me in my eyes and tell me how. I'm hypnotized. I've been feeling delusional, thinking about us, babe. Your body's so beautiful. All I want is your love. Can't get enough. 'Cause I don't wanna see you with somebody else. And I've been feeling lonely in this king-size bed. I'm trying not to worry about the things you say. I ain't got the time, you're always on my mind. Baby, why you playing with my love? I'm trying to be patient with you now. I'll never be sober if you don't pull me closer. Look me in my eyes and tell me how. I'm hypnotized. I'm hypnotized. Baby, why you playing with my love? I'm trying to be patient with you now. I'll never be sober if you don't pull me closer. Look me in my eyes and tell me how. I'm hypnotized. I'm hypnotized.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. For today, February the 3rd. We are in February the 3rd at that. I'm going to pick it up with Libra. First off for the day, Libra, invest wisely. Your personal life could have you tied up in knots. You'll be able to contribute a great deal to organizations that you join. Put your time and energy into home improvements. Invest wisely. Make sure you ask the right questions. If you don't know what you're doing today, Libra, consult an investment professional. Don't try to do it yourself because you could lose your shirt. That's me saying that. That's not Michael. All right. Invest wisely. Scorpio, opportunities to get ahead will be evident. You may find that you can be the recipient of valuable information if you're willing to be a good listener. Your colorful conversation may attract new mates. Okay. You might find some love today. I don't know what kind of colorful conversation you're going to have, Scorpio, but it's going to be attractive to somebody. All right, Sagittarius. Try to be honest when dealing with your mate. You will be able to communicate well today. Expect temper tantrums on the home front if you haven't been letting someone have their way. I don't know about all that. Try to be honest in dealing with your mate. Honesty is always the best. I know. Some folks don't know what it means to be honest. They lie, they cheat. They just don't know. It just ain't in them. You ever heard old people say, "Ooh, that boy's a big lie. The truth just ain't in him." The truth just ain't in some people. And here's my thing. When you lie to me about one thing, I just think you're a liar for life. That's just my thing. I don't know. Maybe I've lied to somebody. I don't know. But I can tell you, and maybe when you lie, there's no trust. It's out the window. Gone. I'll be cordial, but trusting you? Oh, absolutely not. There's no trust. Because I just feel like you'll lie about anything, especially if it's something really small. Like you just make up a lie. Like you just make up a lie for no reason. Because there are people out there who would just make up a lie for no reason. And you know they lying. Like, now, why did they even have to make that lie up? I be talking to people sometimes. They just be lying. And I be like, oh my God, this person is just lying for no apparent reason. I mean, maybe in their head there's a reason. But when you listening to the lie, you be like, okay, for real, you really didn't have to tell me that. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Capricorn, don't back down, but don't ignite the situation. Be creative in your efforts. Don't hesitate to sign up for lectures or seminars that will enlighten you. Listen, whenever you can feel enlightened, Cap, do that. If it's going to make you feel good, it's going to enlighten you, go ahead, sign up. Don't hesitate. It's probably something you need spiritually. I'm just saying. Enlightenment is always good. All right, Aquarius, don't let coworkers get wind of your ideas, or they may try to take credit for your hard work. You can come up with the future trends in creative fields. Be careful not to sign your time or your cash away. Be careful, Aquarius, not to sign your time or your cash away. Now, here's the thing about time. You can't get it back. Cash you can get back. So if you sign it away, you may be able to get it back. Time, you can never get it back. So be careful not to sign it away. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. And my fellow fish Pisces, get on with business. You can make money if you are wise in your choices. You must make them stand on their own 2 feet, regardless of how much you want to make things better for them. That's just who we are. We want to make things better for everybody. But today, my fellow fish, they got to stand on their own 2 feet. Because we got to get on with business and make some good choices today. So listen, all of you you standing on my feet, get off my feet. There's somebody standing on my feet, though. But for the rest of my fellow fish, because my feet are always moving. So to stand on my feet, that means you got to be going with me. People don't want to go with me. So they're not standing on my feet. Because I'm moving. I'm on the move almost 24/7. I'm moving in my sleep. I see myself in business meetings when I'm sleeping. That's terrible, right? That means I'm not sleeping well. I know. My Fitbit tells me that too. Let me tell y'all this real quick. So, I'm in the Fitbit challenge with my husband and 10 other folks. I came in last week. I told my husband, I'm not coming in last this week. That's because I sit down because I'm at the computer most of the time. And he moves around. I think he came out of 10, he came in 6. And that was like, he does like 7,000 steps a day. But it's somebody in our group. This guy does like 16,000 steps a day. I was like, what the heck does he do? Right? But I came in last. I did 16,000 for the week. He did 16,000 in a day. His name is Dev. So I'll be like, yeah, I'm coming for you, Dev. That probably won't never happen. But I'm not coming in last. I'm not coming in last this week. I came in last week. I'm not coming in last this week. So that means I had to get my stuff together so I can take out time to get in my steps. Because if I hit my steps that I planned out for the week, which is 10,000 a day, I'll make it. That gives me 10,000 a day, and it runs for 7 days. That'll give me 70,000 steps. Or at least 50,000 if I do 10,000 a day. I ain't coming in last this week. I'm not. I'm getting them 10,000. It's 71 degrees. It's going to be 71 degrees a day. I'm going home when I leave the studio, put my sneakers on, go down to the pool, and I'm going to get my 10,000 steps in. Not coming in last. All right, let's move on to some news you can use. Like, I'm a competitor. Like, I hate losing. Now, I'm a very, 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 very sore loser. Yep, I remember I was in sixth grade, right? I'm never gonna forget this. I probably got, and I was young, so God is a forgiving God, so He has forgiven me for this. But I was in sixth grade. I used to go to Jackson Heights, over in East Albany, right? And I was in sixth grade. We went outside and played volleyball, and we lost. And then this girl, her name was Donna LeBlanc. Listen, I'm an old woman now, so talk about something that happened in sixth grade. Her name was Donna LeBlanc. She used to talk, and she used to sit with her tongue stuck like between her teeth. Anyway, Donna was bragging about they beat us, right? And I was pissed because I hate to lose. And she just talking, yakka. We on our way back in the building from recess. Because, you used to go outside for recess. We had played kickball. Not volleyball, we played kickball. And my team lost. And I would have been fine if Donna wouldn't have been talking. But she just kept talking. She talking. And the more she talked, that more... See, I told you I got that temper thing. It's better now. The more she talked, the more angrier I got. And Donna just kept talking. Donna LeBlanc, she just kept talking. And the closer we got to the door, I was like, if I don't get her now, I ain't going to be able to get her when I get inside this door. And she just kept talking. And the next thing I know, I punched her. Bow! And then she stopped talking. And I went on in the building and got her beaten because she told on me. Because back when I was growing up in school, if you did anything, you would get a beating. And I sure did get a beating. I think Mr. Manning beat me. He was one of my teachers. For punching Donna LeBlanc. I slapped her, as a matter of fact. I didn't punch her, I slapped her. And Mr. Manning whooped me. You can get beaten. You can't call it DIFACs or DFACs back then. You can go to school and get a beating. Listen, I got plenty of beatings. I sure did. My 8th grade, her name was Miss Thomas. My 3rd grade teacher, her name was Miss Thomas. I remember all my teachers. My 1st grade teacher name was Miss Holmes. That's not true because I don't remember my 2nd grade teacher name. My 1st grade teacher name was Miss Holmes. That was at River Road. And my 3rd grade teacher name was Miss Thomas. What was my 2nd grade teacher name? She didn't make an impression on me, obviously. But my 3rd grade teacher, Miss Thomas, she put me in the hot seat. Mr. Manning used to put us in the hot seat. That was one of my 6th grade teachers. You sit in the hot seat and you just get whooped. He just sit there and beat your thigh with a ruler because you did something wrong. Yeah, I used to get in the hot seat. I used to get whoopings. I don't know if my brother got whoopings. I got whoopings. Yeah, but it wasn't against the law back then to get a whooping in school. Now, you could barely look at your kids and go to jail. You want to just choke them out sometimes, but you can't even say nothing to them because it's against the law. All right, so, my prayers go out to Sanford. I hate talking about sad stories. I had to talk about Kobe last week because my heart was broken. Kobe and his daughter and everybody that was on that plane. And I finally got past feeling sad because that really made me feel sad. Like, I am one of those people that internalize other people's pain. I don't want to. It's who I am. And I try not to watch. Like, people send me stuff on Facebook and they say, watch this before they take it down. I never watch it because I know it's something that's going to be painful. It may not be death, but it's something that's going to pain me because if they're going to take it down, it's painful. So so don't send me those because I'm not going to look at them. If I go to Facebook and there's something in my messenger that even looks crazy, I won't even click on it. I can't help it. It's just something about that. But anyway, there were some people on a Greyhound bus headed to Los Angeles, from Los Angeles to San Francisco, and they were shot earlier this morning. It's crazy. Like all six shooting victims were taken to the hospital. Okay, what person? I don't understand. Like, what is wrong? It was around 1:30 this morning in the Grapevine area on Interstate 5 near Fort Tejan Road. Yep, the bus was carrying about 40 people. A suspect is in custody. But why? Why did he shoot the people? Like, he shot the folks. And prayerfully, my prayers go out to all of the victims. I hope everybody comes out fine. It's just crazy. I don't understand what's going on. But I have to tell you guys, I'm a spiritual person. I read the Bible. And honestly, when I look at the Bible and I look at where we are, I just feel like we're in a biblical... I remember a long time ago, I'm talking about real long, probably 20 years, they would say stuff like, we're living in the last days. Now, I never knew what that meant. But here's what I do believe. All the stuff that's going on is biblical. If you read Revelations, you be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Like the virus. coronavirus. First of all, why are people eating bats? That's disgusting. Like, somebody sent me that. And although I knew it was going to be disgusting, it was more disgusting than I could even have imagined. To me. Maybe not to somebody else. But to sit there and watch them cut open the bat and eat it. Oh, my God. It was gross. And the head is on. Like, why? So, there have been stories that said that the coronavirus came from people eating bats in China. And now it's over here. They say we have, there's a total of 11 cases in America right now of the coronavirus. Yep. So it's there. So be careful. Like, it makes you freaked out because you don't even want to travel. Like, I'm supposed to travel this month for my birthday, and I'm freaking out. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, the Wuhan coronavirus. Yep. So it's a deadly disease. Let me tell you, this disease is so deadly. And I said to my mom, we were talking, I said the fact that they were going to build a hospital in 10 days, like, that means that they're expecting a lot of people to be sick. So far, at least 360 people have died, and more than 17,000 have been infected in China. That's like a pandemic. That's a lot of people. 170 cases across 20 countries. All it takes is one person to keep spreading it. We got a real pandemic on our hand. Yep. In Chicago, a woman in her 60s was diagnosed after she returned from Wuhan on January 13th. She's in the hospital and doing quite well. That's a great thing. Last week, the CDC confirmed she had transmitted the virus to her husband, who had not traveled to China. He was in close contact with his wife during a long period of time when she was symptomatic. See? So she probably came home and kissed her husband, hugged the kids, and passed the virus right on. Right. Like, it could be. I watched this movie. This it was a series. It was a 6-part series about 2 years ago, and I want to say it was called Contagious. And it was weird because it took place down here in Atlanta. Like, the setting for the show took place down here in Atlanta, and it showed how the virus. Somebody called this virus, but this was, when I tell you, a deadly virus. Like, it was, you were dying in like 3 or 4 days, and they could not figure out where it came from. Come to find out, some stupid lady from the CDC, her and her partner created the freaking virus because they wanted to get the attention of the government because we were not safe. So they created this stupid virus and made her look like a hero for finding a cure when she created. But the thing was, it passed from someone it passed from a doctor who kissed her. She kissed her boyfriend. He was a doctor as well. Went to work that day, saw a patient. The patient had to sign his admissions forms, to sign his release forms from the hospital. The patient went home, passed it to one of the family members. So it just kept going. But it started with the doctor's boyfriend. And then it went to her. And they thought that the guy, he was an Indian guy, they thought he brought the disease into the country because he had just came back from traveling. And so they thought, but it really was a doctor who passed it on to him, and then it just started spreading. But it was crazy, and this is what this coronavirus seems like to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Yeah, we got to be careful. Wash your hands. I feel like I need to be wearing a mask. Hopefully everybody stays safe. Anyway, my prayers go out to everybody. All the families and all the friends and everybody that's sick, everybody that was on the bus. My prayers go out to everybody. Everybody's well. Prayerfully, they'll find some kind of cure for this freaking corona thing before it gets worse than it already is. It's pretty bad over in China right now. I'm even wondering, do we want to even accept anything coming in from China? Like, do you want to touch it? Like, is it crazy? Like, that's kind of crazy. You got to think about all that stuff. Like, hopefully nothing is coming in from China. It's sad to say, but... yeah. Anyway, let me play another song so I can lighten the load a little bit. Then I'm going to come back and give you some more news you can use right after this song.
I can see you looking at me.
So you want me to set you free? stars. I give you the moon and my all is yours. Don't hesitate, just give me your all. Just give me your all. So let's fly into a dream I won't deny. I'm so in love, let's go for gold. Let's go for gold. If we ever was lost before, now we finally found our way. A love is stronger than anything. We will make our own way. Night is over the park and a few brave stars. I give you the moon and my all is yours. Don't hesitate, just give me your all. Just give me your all. So let's fly into a dream I won't deny. I'm so in love, let's go for gold. Yeah, yeah. Let's go for gold. So let's fly into a dream I won't deny. I'm so in love, let's go for gold. Yeah, let's go for gold.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. So let's get on to some stuff that make you feel good. You know, I talked about a whole bunch of sad stuff. Whew, I like talking about good stuff. Anyway, Erica Benning's heart was almost racing as she prepared to be sworn in as the Irving Police Department's newest officer. But the 42-year-old mother was emotional over the edge. Right, her 21-year-old son, Army Sergeant son, Giovanni Pando, who she hadn't seen in 2 years because he was stationed overseas, arrived at her ceremony on Friday to pin her badge on her uniform. That's a good story, right? So her son came in. He wanted to surprise her. He did. She was getting sworn in, and that was just a good story. That was a story. That wasn't a Georgia story, but I wanted to share that story because I love good stories. I love good stories, and that was a good one. So he was able to come in, surprise her, and then he was able to pin her. That's a good story. I'm just saying. I need to lighten the load for a minute because I just talked about some heavy stuff. So there's a Tequila man and his dog will compete in the 2020 Westmaster show. Okay, so listen. I've seen some of them shows. There are some good shows. So Gino, a 2.5-year-old canine corso, was bound to be champion from the day he was born. But what wasn't guaranteed was his loyalty and bond to his owner. The dog name is Gino. Gino. Yeah, Gino. Gino said, so last Friday was the day for the two who live in Tequila. They spent some time on the... Okay, so I'm stuttering, y'all. Let me tell you what's happening right now so you understand. So I got glasses on, right? Because I can't see up close. And these glasses, I have two kinds of glasses. I have glasses just for reading, and I have glasses for my computer. I forgot my glasses for my computer. So I got the reading glasses on. I can see a little bit, but it's blurry. It's just weird. So I'm sitting here trying to read my news, and it's kind of blurry. So if I sound like I'm stuttering, that's because I am. That's because I'm trying to read out of these glasses I'm straining right now, which is probably really bad on my eyes. I know. Yeah. But anyway, the dog is going to be competing in the 2020 Westmaster Dog Show at Madison Square Garden on February 11th. So Gino and his owner they're going to be going to the garden. Oh my God, it's going to be cold, y'all. I hate to tell you that. It's cold, and it's going to be cold in Manhattan. Ooh. I used to take the when I lived in Jersey, I would take the train directly into the garden. Like I didn't have to leave. Like you can go, because it goes unless you are right in the garden. Like I would go to South Orange, to Maplewood, to the train station, because I lived in Maplewood. And Maplewood is a really nice town. Like, that was my town. I lived in Maplewood. It was kind of like Lawrenceville. It was the suburbs. It was beautiful. Now, here's the thing. There wasn't a lot of stuff going on in Maplewood like it is here. Like, there was some things, but nothing compared to what goes on in the towns inside of Gwinnett County. But I loved Maplewood when I was there. So I would catch the train, go to Maplewood train station, catch the train over to New York, to the garden, and just get off inside the garden. Like, I didn't have to leave the building or anything. it puts you off right inside the garden. So anyway, so for you have to fly into New York, probably to JFK or LaGuardia, and then go over to the garden. So prayerfully you have good weather. It's February though in New York. It's cold. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So Belmont would show Gino in the working group. So good luck to Gino and your owner. Good luck. I hope you guys win. I hope I can talk about you winning and coming back and telling the story like Gino won. That would be nice, right? This is light news. I know, man. I'm getting to some real news. This is news, but this is light news. Only because I just had to lighten the load a little bit. All right. So the Mall of Georgia is featuring more than just an impressive lineup of retail and entertainment options. Shoppers can also enjoy artwork from local aspiring Picassos as well. So there's a lot. There was and they closed. There was a art gallery downtown Lawrenceville, and they closed. I had my 50th birthday party there, but it was beautiful. I don't think they closed. I think they moved. It was run by two sisters, and it was such beautiful stuff there. And I think they moved, and now it's a bookstore. I don't like the bookstore. Because when they were saying they was putting a bookstore downtown, I was excited because I like bookstores. And I said, okay, I can go downtown, I can sit and I can read books. It's so many books and you can't even move around. It was like, oh my God, like, it was terrible. Like, to me, if I was going to start a bookstore, which has always been one of my dreams to start a bookstore, but then I was like, I can't compete with Barnes and I can't compete with Amazon, so why would I do that? But it was going to be a book cafe anyway. If I was going to open up that store, I would definitely have a space set out where people can actually come and congregate. That's what makes Barnes & Noble what it is, because I go to Barnes & Noble just to hang out in the cafe. I love the books. I give me some magazines. I walk out about 2 or 3 because I told you guys magazines are my weakness. Yeah. Like people like coffee and cigarettes, mine is magazines. So I'll go there. I'll probably look through 10, walk out with 3. That's about $15 worth of magazines. Yep. But anyway, the Iconic Shopping Center has recently teamed up with the Hudgens Center for the Arts for an exhibit installation showcasing various abstract paintings from neighborhood artists. The artist installation, located on the upper level of the mall near the Invicta and Vans, will display the artwork. The Hudgens is committed to bringing superior art programming to the community, said Teresa Osborne, creative director of the Hudgens Center. Teaming up with the Mall of Georgia has been a great opportunity to showcase local artists. I think that is amazing. That is a lot of exposure. When you think about the mall and the Mall of Georgia, can you imagine the amount of traffic that flow through there? Think about that for a second. There's a lot of traffic that flows through there. So to have your artwork on display like that in a place like that is a great thing. So I'm excited for them because that's a lot of exposure. Business, if you're in business, if you're an author, if you're an artist, it's all about exposure for your business because people can't buy what they don't know you sell. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's really important. People cannot buy what they don't know that you sell. So the fact that the Hudgens Center and the Mall of Georgia have teamed up to put these artists out there for the public to see is an amazing thing. So that's probably going to be good for everybody involved. Yep, I think it is going to be a good thing. So Republican candidate Lerah Lee has dropped out. She says she was running for the 7th congressional district race. She said she has some health concerns, so she had decided to drop out. And so that leaves it open to, other folks. Yep. So the race is this is going to be an interesting race. I just want to say that. The whole political spectrum this season is going to be, yeah. Because there was at least 4 Republicans who announced candidacy for the 7th district and have left the reason. Like, like they're gone. Harrison Floyd dropped out shortly after he entered. Joe Prophet switched campaign literature at the end of 2019. Said he's going to run for the 6th district. Ben Bullock recently announced he is switching gears and will instead run for the 14th district. There are at least 5 Republicans and 6 Democrats running for the seat, however. So it's still a lot of people. A lot of people dropped out, but a lot of people just switched over. So Lerah says she's not feeling well, like there's some health concerns. So let me tell you something. Whenever you out there, I've seen it firsthand, like you have to be dedicated. It's just like a business, right? Like there are people who build brands on their political campaigns because it's business. Like even though you're running for a public office, a community seat, you still have to put yourself out there and do the hard work. And a lot of times this is hard work that does not pay off until you win, and it may never pay off if you lose. But you put a lot of time and money and effort into this, and it's a lot. I've seen it. I've been around people who are running for office, and I'm like, yeah, do I really want to do? Because at first I thought about going into politics. And I'm not saying it's completely off the table. Who knows, at some point I might change my mind, but for the time being, it was like a no. Like, yeah, I'm not ready for that. Like, that is just, I have a business, or 2 or 3 to run, and so to try to run for a political office is a lot. A whole lot. And it's a lot. Like, I've seen people do it. Anyway, Gwinnett County Superior Court Judge Tahita Whitner has had about a half a year to settle into her place on the court bench, but she's about to begin running for full term in office. Whitner was appointed by Governor Brian Kemp last summer to replace Judge Melody Schnell's Connor, who resigned last year. Although Whitner just joined the bench in 2019, she was always going to have to run for the seat this year. So she was appointed, but she still has to run. So Whitner will officially kick off her campaign February 20th. That's a big day for Whitner, and that's a big day for me because that's my birthday. So make sure y'all give me some birthday love on February 20th. She's going to kick off her campaign on February 20th at the 1818 Club located at the Gwinnett Chamber building at 6500 Sugarloaf Parkway in unincorporated Duluth, and that's down on Sugarloaf Parkway. So her event is going to kick up at 5:30 and it's going to run to 8 p.m. So she's kicking off her campaign because she has to run for the seat. Whitner made history when she joined the Gwinnett Superior Court bench because she is the county's first ever African American Superior Court judge. So she made history by being the first ever Superior Court judge. So gonna wish her luck in her race. Hopefully she wins and continue to stay seated there. That'll be a good thing. All right, so the city commission meeting is tonight for Beaufort. If you're interested, it's at 7 p.m. It's going to be located at City Hall, 2300 Beaufort Highway in Beaufort, Georgia. 7 p.m. tonight. So if you're interested in attending, you can do that by going to 2300 Beaufort Highway in Beaufort, Georgia. That's tonight. All right, listen. We have our Monday Mastermind meetup right here at the Paradigm Work Hub. So if you are in the area around 7 o'clock, around 12 p.m. today, come out and join us. It is really a good group. We mastermind, we set goals for each other, keep each other accountable. Last week my goal was to make sure my newsletter went out on Friday. Now here's the thing, it went out on Saturday, but I got it all done and I set it I could have set it to go out on Friday. I just figured nobody was going to be reading on Friday, so I set it to go out Saturday morning. So it went out on Saturday morning. So I'm happy to say when I go to the mastermind at 12 o'clock that I did what I said I was going to do, and that was to make sure that newsletter went out. So I'm excited about that because that helps you stay accountable. Anyway, you're welcome to come and hang out with us. It's hosted by Amber Lott, who is the owner of Paradigm Work Hub here in Decula. So come out and hang out with us for an hour and a half. We chit-chat, we talk to each other, we talk about how we can help each other. We put problems on the table to help people solve their problems, and it's open to the public and there's no charge. So that's today at 12 o'clock. Come out, hang out with us. All right, listen, I'm going to go to a song, and I'll be right back after this song to give you more about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. Stay tuned.
If only you could see me now. If only you could
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett show. All right, so listen, there's a Toastmaster meeting this evening, 6 p.m., 6:15 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. It's going to be at Discovery High School, located at 1335 Old North Cross Road in Lawrenceville. So you are interested in checking out Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a place that you can go to help hone your speaking skills, present better, communicate better. It's a great place to go. And this is on the Lawrenceville side. So if you're in the area, 6:15 p.m. to 7:15 p.m., Discovery High School, 1335 Old North Cross Road. Is free to come in, so check it out. There's also another Toastmaster meeting today at 12 o'clock in Swanee. So if you want to check that one out, you got about a little bit over an hour to get there. It's at 12 o'clock, Swanee, and that's located at 4973 West Price Road, and that's in Swanee, Georgia. North Gwinnett Church, that is also free, and it's going to help you speak with confidence, improve your communication with family and friends, get and give constructive feedback, and thrive in a supportive learning environment. It's also a great place to network, so you want to do some networking, check it out. Again, that's 4973 West Price Road, Swanee, North Gwinnett Church, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock is free. I know, I need to go because I be stumbling. I know I be stumbling. You know what it is, though? So this is what it is. So right now I really can't see the computer screen. That's one problem, right? But the other problem is that when I'm reporting the news, and if I'm like a little bit behind, like let's say if I get in here like an hour and a half early and I prepare, I'm good, right? I'm just being honest. But when I'm like a little bit behind, I'm a little frazzled. And so now I have to like catch up and get on track. So today I was a little bit behind. Like normally I'm here like an hour early, sometimes an hour and a half. And but today I got a late start because my granddaughter fell yesterday and bumped her head. So I was talking to her, and then I gave her a bath and with some soap that irritated her. So I'm like loving on her before I left, and so I got to the studio late. Now I was on time, but I was late, right? Because on time and late, early and late is something different. So for me, getting here at 9 o'clock versus 9:20 is late. So I was late. And then I had to like catch up. And then I have to read the stories. And so normally what I do is I pull my news from all my news aggregators and I read my stories so I know what I'm talking about. That way I'm not stumbling when I'm talking, right? So I had a double whammy today. One, I wasn't totally prepared because I got here late by my standards of late. Two, I got on the wrong glasses so I can't see. So forgive me if I sound rattled and all over the place, but stuff happens. I had to love on my baby before I left because one, I gave her a bath and she's such a sensitive little thing. It irritated her and I felt bad. And then she bumped her head, and so we took her to the ER to make sure she was okay. So it was just a long night and I came in frazzled. But anyway, let's keep it moving. All right, so listen, if you want to have some fun tonight, it's karaoke night at the Palmer Tavern. Go sing a song, get you a cocktail, eat some chicken wings, just have a minute. It starts at 10 p.m., runs to 2 a.m. I know that's late, right? 10 o'clock, it's ready to go. It's time to go to bed. But you got some people who can't sleep. Like, they can't sleep and they want to, they just like to stay up. So going to karaoke is probably great for them. And then they'll go home and go to sleep. I'm not that person. Like, when I lay my head down, which is mostly between 11 and 12 at night, I'm out. I'm out for the count. Like, I don't wake up in the middle of the night, thank God. People say, oh, you don't wake up to go to the bathroom? Nope. I sleep straight through. Now, I sleep light, though. I hear stuff. But I will sleep straight through. But anyway, if you want to go to Palmer Tavern nights, get you a cocktail, Detox Monday, go and listen to some karaoke, maybe even sing a song or two. Go ahead. It's located at 3350 Buford Drive, Building B, Suite 200, and that's in Buford. Again, that's from 10 p.m. tonight to 2 a.m. You can drink a cocktail, eat some chicken wings, and sing karaoke. Wind down, Detox Mondays. That's what they call it, Detox Monday. Again, that address is 3350 Buford Drive, Building B, Suite 200 in Buford. If you got a question for them, you can always go to their website, PalmerRusticTavern.com. PalmerRusticTavern.com. Check them out. If you one of the people that can't sleep at night, you want to go out to the 10 o'clock hangout, go ahead, enjoy yourself. Your girl will be knocked out, though. On her way to being knocked out. All right, now listen. So did you see the Super Bowl last night? I'm telling you, that was probably one of the best performances. And I hardly ever watched the Super Bowl performance. That performance last night with Shakira and J-Lo, I thought that was such a great performance. I mean, really, really great performance. Like, I thought it was great. But anyway, if you still feeling it from last night, you want to keep it feeling, there's a Latin fusion going on. It's tonight, February 3rd, 9 p.m., right? 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Latin fusion is at dancingforfun.com. You want to check it out, Go to Dancing for the number 4 fun to check out the event. It said Latin Fusion Dancing, February 3rd. I don't know, 9 o'clock. Yeah, keep it going, because they did their thing. They did their thing. I was like, they really did their thing. So if you want to check it out, check out Dancing for Fun for more information about the Latin Fusion Dancing. Sounds like a lot of fun to me. Yeah, I never danced Latin, but it's sexy. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't afraid to say it. It's sexy. And they killed it last night. I thought that was really, really, really a great halftime show. Like the optics are nice. The dance moves are nice. It was just nice. I was like, that is really nice. So I give it up to J-Lo and Shakira for doing a great halftime show. Yep. All right, listen, I'm going to my last song. I'll be right back after this last song to give you my inspiration of the day so you can end your day on a high note. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you some words to live by, some words to think on. All right, so my quote for today is, dare to be different. The world is full of ordinary. Ooh, that just sent chills to my body. Let me say it again. Dare to be different. The world is full of ordinary. Sometimes we think of ourselves as being different like that's a bad thing. I say not. You are different because that's how God made you. And I don't want to be ordinary. I know I'm not ordinary because I couldn't do what I do and be ordinary. I'm regular, but I'm not ordinary because I couldn't do the things I do. I couldn't get up every morning and come to this studio and talk to you for an hour. I could not come up with these amazing ideas and try to execute all of them because that's crazy. I know. I'm different though. I'm built to be different. I'm different. Some people can't. Some people can just focus on one thing and they're good at it. Some people never have a good idea or they don't think they do. They won't share with anyone. I'm different and it's okay to be different. And it's okay for you to be different because the world is full of ordinary. The world is waiting for you to show up because you are different. You have something to offer the world and the world is waiting on you to show up. If you're sitting back, sitting on your dreams, that's in the Bible. The man that sat on his talents, God didn't give him any more. Let me tell you something. Don't sit on your talents. You are different. It's okay to be different. It's not a crime to be different. I'm different. I know I'm different. I'm different from everybody I know. You're different from everybody you know. Here's the thing. I'm not ordinary. I'm not saying that in a braggadocious way. I'm not. I know I'm not ordinary. I'm not. I know I'm not ordinary because I feel other people's pain. That's not ordinary. I'm talking about to the point where it's sickening, right? To the point where I just need to lay down. That's not ordinary. I know God gave me these amazing ideas for me to share with the world, right? And here's the thing. I'll try to execute all of them. Not a good thing. Definitely not ordinary, because ordinary people are like, you know what, I'm not doing that. It may fail. I may fail. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm afraid. Somebody's going to talk about me. Somebody's going to judge me. Yeah, that makes me not ordinary. That makes me totally different. And there are quite a few people out there that are like me that are different. Amber's different. She owns the paradigm. This is a big undertaking. You got to be different. You got to be different. And there's nothing wrong with being different. What I would say to you is love on being different. Expand on being different. Show the world that you're different. But make some noise. Show up. Show out. That's what they saying. I want the Lord to show up and show out in my life. The Lord wants you to show up and show out and stop being ordinary. He gave you some gifts. I'm talking to somebody this morning. I feel like I need to preach. Somebody listen to this show. No, the Lord gave you some gifts and you sitting on them. He's waiting for you to show up and show out. And he's waiting for you to be different. I dare you to be different. He don't want you to be ordinary. He wants you to be different. And it's okay because he made you that way. Anyway, that's all I got for you because I can start preaching. And I'm not a preacher at all. Not even close. That's all I got for today. Thank you so much for listening to me for the last hour and 3 minutes. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent them here with me. And I appreciate you and love you so much. So much. So much. Be sure to download the apps from the App Store, at the Google Play App Store, at the Apple App Store, because the Good Morning Gwinnett app is there also. Listen to me on Alexa. Go over to Alexa. Get the skill, the Good Morning Gwinnett skill, and then every day, if you miss me on the radio, you don't feel like pulling out your phone, you want to just listen to me on your TV, on your speakers at home, say, Alexa, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and you'll hear me stumbling, talking about everything that's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Yes, you will hear me right on your Alexa. Also, if you missed any episode of the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and listen to the past episodes and follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett, on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett, and on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. I'll be back again tomorrow, God willing. Thank you again for listening. Until next time, y'all, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you liked this episode, subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit www.noisemedia.us.